Are you wondering what you need to begin needle felting? If so, then you're on the right video, because today I'm going to share with you the 3 things you need to get started, the absolute bare minimum. Hi everyone, and welcome to today's video, Beginner Needle Felting, the 3 things you will need. My name is Iceland and I'll be your fiber artist host, and on this channel, Snowflake Forest Felting, I share needle felting videos, have needle felting tutorials, and share product reviews from time to time. So if you're new and this interests you, please consider subscribing. And if you want to know more about anything you see here on this channel, be sure and check those links down in the description below or leave a comment. I'd love to connect with you there. And if you think these videos may help someone, please share them where you can. Now let's get into today's video. As you can see here, I have the 3 things that you're going to need to get started. Let's talk about them. The first one is your needle felting needles. Don't stress this. This is actually really intimidating when you first get started, because you're like, what? Star, triangle, reverse, number sizes, what does this mean? You can see here the needle felting needle. It's a barbed needle and it's got those hooks in it. And those are what are going to grab your wool, and while you're piercing it in and out, it's going to condense it and make the shape that you're looking forward to making. I cannot stress how much I love these needles from Clover USA. This is their heavyweight needles. It comes with 5 of them and a nice little case to keep them protected when they're not in use. So the advantage of using a heavyweight needle is it's going to work with most wools that you can purchase, and even with some acrylic fibers. And another great thing is because it comes with 5 needles, if you accidentally break one into your project, you have a backup on hand. So you can keep working and don't have to track down more needles. And remember, I'm going to have everything you see here, including these needles, linked down in the description below for you. You can go and check out more. These aren't that bad of a price for as many as you get. So if you're just getting started, this is what I got started with, and I still use this today for almost all my projects from start to finish, and they work great with most types of wool that I use. Now let's talk about the wool. Right here I have some wool batting. You might also see wool roving. The difference between those two is the batting goes in different directions. The roving is combed, and so it's all going in one direction. Wool batting is great to get started with felting because it's going to felt easier for you. I have here some core wool. This is a mix of wool fibers. This is just one kind of fiber. So this is softer, this is coarser. This is going to felt even easier. Be careful when you are buying wool. You're going to want to get quality pure wool. Acrylic fibers do not felt very easy. They can be coarse, and it's not going to make your creation look that nice either. And it's going to be harder for you, and you might not enjoy it as well if you're getting started. So learning with the right wool is going to be best. Here I have a mix of wool. It's got some acrylic going through it as well. It's even softer, and this is harder to felt than these two are. You're probably also wondering, how much do you need? This is about an ounce of wool right here in my hands. It would make 1, maybe 2 nice, really felted hearts. And when you're just getting started, around an ounce or under, that's all you're really going to need, just to see if you like it. You don't need to invest in a ton of wool, because if you don't enjoy it, then you've probably spent more money than you needed to. So back to the core wool. I use this on the inside of my projects, since colored wool can be a little more expensive, and then I go and I cover the outside of my project with this wool. If you're making something small, you risk this wool poking through the colored wool. So if you're just getting started, maybe pick just one simple color. Maybe you want to make a heart or a star, or maybe some mushrooms where you only need 2 or 3 colors. And speaking of those, I do have tutorials, beginners, on hearts, stars, little simple things that you can try to get you started. I'll be sure and link those videos along with my whole beginner playlist for you down in the description below too. Another nice thing is sometimes you can get like a mix of 5 or 6 different wools. I'll be sure and link those for you down in the description too, and that'll save you a little bit money and give you some more colors to work with. When I first got it started, I knew that I was wanting to do a lot of snowy type stuff, so I went in the blue schemes, whites, grays, blacks, and invested in a small amount. I think it was around 60 bucks or so. So that's wool. The next thing you're going to need is a surface protector. I really recommend using a high-dense foam. There are brushes on the market, but I felt like those were taking more of my wool away, and the wool coming like in contact with the brush bristles was like just making my project look furrier and harder for me to felt them in. I don't clean my foam surface because I actually like that the wool kind of creates a cushioning. So I really recommend a foam surface for you if you're getting started. You're going to want a decent size. If it's too small, it's going to be really hard to work on. And then also keep in mind, after time, these can break away, the little pieces, and they can end up in your project. That's another reason why I just let the wool be there, and I use different spots for different colors, so then that way if the wool is coming back into my project, I don't have to stress because that color spot matches the color of wool I'm working with. And then if you find you really like felting, maybe you want to make your own felted pad. Those are really fun and definitely a lot more easy on the eye than some foam piece, which might be a project you'd want to do too. And so that's it. These are the 3 things that you're going to need to get started needle felting. Your needles, a little bit of wool, and a foam surface. The rest will come later. If you want to learn even more about needle felting than just this, I have tons of videos. They're super great. They'll help you get started even more in depth on items that you can add to this, tools you may not even know about, little tips and tricks. I'll be sure and link those down in the description below for you too. If you enjoyed today's video, learned something new, please be sure and give it a thumbs up, subscribe, share these videos where you can, and if there's something you'd like to see me felt, drop it down in the comments below. I might just make it. Thanks so much for watching today. I'll see you in the next one. Happy felting!